What's up, everyone? My name's Chris Marshall with my boy Frank G. We are the hosts, Build Your Empire Podcast. Frank G, tell the people what we do.
What's going on, everybody? Chris and I, we discuss established empires while showcasing us building ours.
Frank G, we are on every Monday and Thursday. Catch us on all platforms. Please leave us a review if you're listening. And, hey, man, dealing with this puppy is difficult right now, especially doing these podcasts.
Well, maybe we'll get him on here. Maybe he's got something he wants to talk about.
Well, we are going to do an Empire show today. And, I'm dressed like him. Whose Empire are we doing?
The brilliant but complicated Kanye West. brought his Kanye shades to the table.
Yo, I'm right now with my Yeezys right next to me, with my shades on, with my puppy in my hands, biting the shit out of my hands. And look, man, right now it makes sense to do it since he's in the media currently, and it's kind of crazy what's going on. But Kanye West is certainly an empire.
Yeah, I would say so. He's debatable even married to another empire. So that just collaborated together.
Yeah, that is another empire. Now, the question is currently, right now, is what they're doing, is that a marketing ploy and a publicity stunt? Because he's coming out with an album.
Seems he always has some outburst when there's like an album in the background.
But like, this is a pretty crazy outburst. I mean, he is running for president. It is kind of crazy.
Isn't he? Did he not withdraw that yet?
I don't know. I think he asked the people, and I don't even know if this whole divorce thing is a legitimate thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're, I guess, in an middle of an episode, well, that's the thing. What can you take for what does he say that you can say that he truly meant? So
I don't know, but I certainly do not want Kanye as a president. Although I love him as a musician.
I love Kanye as a musician as well. I mean, he's showing outbursts before he's president. I don't think it's possible that he's going to be president. I mean, obviously, they want you to believe you can elect anybody, but right now he's obviously somewhat not stable.
And how much is he worth?
Multi-billions.
Bro, give me some facts right now, because I swear I cannot even keep a straight voice or a straight face dealing with this dog right now. His teeth are so entire, like they're so sharp, man. They're like, ugh. And he just bit me multiple times in the same spot in the crevice of like my fingernail where it like, oh man.
Well, sometimes you just gotta put him in the playpen and let him play. Just let him be.
Yeah, you hear that little squeaky? It's a little squeaky toy.
Sounds like we're doing a show and like Kanye West just interrupting or something.
Yo, this. Oh man, Puff just went under my bed and brought out my Cabo souvenir.
You say Puff like Puff Daddy?
What? No.
It sounded like you said Puff. I'm like, you talking about Puff now?
Yo, he just ate my headphones. I can't hear you.
Well,
put this goddamn show on pause.
It seems as Chris is having some difficulties over here controlling a 11-week-old puppy. We're back.
Oh man, I tell you, Frank G, this is the second time this week we had to put this on pause.
Second time this week we've had to utilize the pause button, which we discovered this week.
I'm glad you discovered it. Ladies and gentlemen, all the listeners, all the awesome people, think about getting a puppy. Anyway, my man Kanye West, Yeezy, yay. I'm a big Yeezy fan. In fact, Yeezys are the most comfortable shoes I have ever wore, that when I put a pair of Yeezys on, not only did I buy them immediately, I bought another pair.
Yeezy, big Adidas guy, huh?
I am what feels good.
So I wonder So he's apparently, worth $1.32 billion, but I wonder what's made him one. I guess his music's been longer, but it seems like Yeezys have just taken off like crazy.
I'm pretty sure his Yeezys is an empire alone that seems to kind of go up against Jordan as a feel right now, at least from a brand perspective.
Yeah, well, it seems like it's the next thing, the only thing that's really answered to Jordan's, in my opinion, anyway.
Well, ironic that I went to Jordan's to Yeezys. Makes sense.
And I'm just rocking the Ferragamos.
Yeah, well, nobody even wants those anymore. In fact, dress shoe sales have been down.
I don't know.
Frank Musto.
I had a great day today, and it was the first day my store was back open. So I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I made a shit ton of sales today too, my friend. I'm killing it.
Talking about sales, an incredible thing from Kanye West's graduation album. The first day, he sold over 400,000 copies. The first week, he nearly sold 1 million.
That's skewed. That's back in like 2004, maybe even earlier.
Yeah. Well, that album released in 2007.
That is before Spotify even existed.
Yeah, but having back-to-back top, I guess, 200 Billboard 200 charting albums, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, you could look at Eminem. Eminem holds all those records when it comes to CD sales. And at the end of the day, Eminem is all right.
Well, Kanye is still going, right? I mean, he's still, I guess.
Well, so is Eminem.
Eminem is still going, but I think Kanye's albums that he's released more recently is more acclaimed than Eminem's.
Say that again?
The recent albums from both artists, I would say Kanye West's are more acclaimed, critically acclaimed.
Oh, I agree with you. I mean, he's certainly in the public eye way more than Eminem, and he kind of acts like he's younger, although he is pretty old. I tell you one thing though, his wife is fun.
What was that word?
Huh?
What was that word?
Fine.
Fine. Oh. Yeah, she certainly is.
Man. Yeah, I was in my team chat earlier, and they were talking about the divorce, and I just said, it's a matter of time before she was going to slide up my DMs.
Apparently, she'll slide it to Meek Mill's first. But I mean, she's done some controversial things to get famous, or to just put her name in the limelight. I'm not saying that got her famous.
What got her famous?
I guess it was her sex tape.
all right.
but
talking about sex tapes.
I mean, we're talking about an empire, and it just so happens the empire we are talking about is married to
the empire that was all derived from a sex tape. Yeah, actually, very, very interesting when you actually think about it.
I mean, it probably just adds to the stress on top of the mind that Kanye already has.
You think that would be stressful? You think you think your wife who had a sex tape way back in the day that about, that's public, that's going to bother you when you enter the relationship?
I would hope that that's worked out at the beginning, but I would certainly think that her being one of the finest women of all time is probably gets to people. I mean,
that would still get me tight.
no matter where she walks in, everybody is staring at her body.
Yeah.
And that's just to put it nicely.
Well, in all fairness, not only when Kanye walks in does everybody stare at his particular body, but he has everybody staring at everybody with them Yeezys.
Yeah, well, he certainly knows what he's doing. He's a marketing genius. Whether he's ploying himself a little more skewed because he has an album coming out, or that's just
I don't know. I mean, I'm very curious to see how he plays that one out. But I just think even the early days, it's a remarkable way of thinking.
Well, I read that he said multiple times that, I don't know if it's now more current that he's older, but he used to not really take the medication for his bipolar, disorder, and he would call it a superpower. He would pretty much say that that's who he is. That's made him, the artist he is. So he uses it to his advantage.
I mean, certainly sounds like it could be to his disadvantage.
Right now, yeah. Well, I mean, it seems like he could do anything, and the people are still forgiving him. I mean, I've forgiven him, and he didn't even apologize yet. Or maybe he did.
Well, what did he do?
I mean, he's obviously. I mean, I guess he's harming his family's name more than anything, but I mean, clearly he's showing his fans that it's okay to act, I guess, kind of crazy.
He's not acting too crazy. I mean, he's a bit brash, but he also is holding public speaking gatherings about politics, which isn't his forte. I mean, if he's holding a gathering and speaking, producing, I'm sure it's a bit different.
Yeah, well, he seems to want to be political. He's a huge advocate and spoken out for voting. I mean, so he obviously wants to get in it, or he uses it to whatever advantage he can. Maybe he's doing it just for some advantage for himself. I mean, does he really want to be president to make America great, or is to just make himself great?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want that job. That's for sure.
Seems like it's the most pressure of any job out there.
Yeah, not to mention everybody's hating on Americans right now. I mean, it sucks to be I ain't gonna say it sucks to be an American.
Yeah,
Fuck
no,
that,
I was gonna say, man.
But yeah, I got us. Don't you worry. I'm proud to be an American. Where at least I know I'm free. I won't forget the man who died and gave that right to me. I gotta stand up next to you.
All right. Well, he certainly had to back himself up that he doesn't hate America on that one.
I tell you, man, that was the biggest display of patriotism I had to display in the past decade.
It was good, man. I truly believed you.
Yeah, man, because I wasn't making that statement, bro. I'm pissed I can't go anywhere. I'm pissed all the countries are closed. I'm pissed rich people like Kanye can go anywhere they want to. And I'm pissed that right now we're not the favorite.
I mean, we could probably go somewhere.
Yeah, we could go either Mexico or DR, but I'm entangled right now. Damn, that was the other empire I was about doing.
That's actually hilarious because I was gonna say Will Smith as a backup plan, like a family, like
the
Smith family in general.
Just some drama spurring up in the news.
I guess it's what's relevant. But
yeah, but I mean, man, you would hope that when we have graphic designers and we have all graphic display that we can kind of share, I guess, build your empire, but you could also share, well, sometimes the empire crumbles.
Our graphic designer is going to draw something crumbling, you saying?
No, I'm saying you got sections. You got build your empire, and then you got maybe empires that they just were built and then they failed.
Yeah, well, Kanye West seems to just keep building, regardless of the empire crumbling in certain areas. I mean, apparently, he even says it in some songs. His books were negative in some years, recent years, but he's still out on top.
I mean, I don't know how successful people like that take such large risks that the books are negative, because I don't think I'd put myself in that situation. But you know what? Those are the people that really changed the world.
Yeah, certainly it does. I mean, I'm sure they in itself also deal with their own things because like that. I mean, how does like maybe your wife or like your kids feel? You risked all your money, and you could either go broke or you're a hero.
I mean, most of the time you're a loser.
Yeah, I'm sure Kanye lost 1 million times before becoming a billionaire. He probably lost 1 trillion times.
Yeah, but Mark Cuban says you only need to be correct once, and that is right. That is right.
And then it just floods in. And everybody's watching you.
Yo, man, me and my buddy, we watched Dan Bilzerian, He right now, I don't even know what he does. He just cruises on his huge yacht,
With
super
women.
rich.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, people.
with the beautifulest
People,
women.
well, people like complain that thinking he's like a womanizer because he's literally got like 20 women in like one photo. He like pays women, I think, to just hang out with him.
Yeah. I tell you though, he's doing a great job with the staff.
It's like Hooters. Like there was probably some rights violated when hiring the process. Nope, you're not allowed.
I mean, yo, he's just hanging out on this yacht.
I don't even know what he does. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure
He was a gambler, and
he wears a
I mean,
cowboy hat and now just has a bunch of naked women everywhere.
I tell you, that's the life I want.
Of his life exactly. Would you take his life over like a Kanye West life?
Oh, whoa!
I'm just saying. You said that's the life you want. Kanye
Man,
West.
well, because Kanye West is leaving more of an imprint, right?
Oh,
So
without a doubt.
200 years from now, you're going to discuss Kanye West. You're not going to discuss this guy who was just rich, roaming around.
Kanye West may be on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, like he's like a Mozart.
Yeah.
And this Dan guy, I don't even know how to say his last name correctly, but I do know his logo because it's on girls' asses left and right.
And you know he's killing it.
He's killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd like to be either person, and there's pros and cons, but mostly pros to the Dan guy.
Yeah, you're out of the limelight. No attention. I mean, you do something wrong, no one's hearing about it.
You're on this yacht while this guy like rolls you some cigars and just women are like on a trampoline. I don't understand.
I've seen him like play fetch though with like the women. He's like
That's just terrible.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Kanye, on the other hand, he's got to deal with a situation where he is in like the Kardashians run shit.
Well, that's like two. I can't imagine their egos in one room. Like who they both have built in. Like, is it about them or who's it about? Are they?
Oh, Ye's ego is way bigger than Kim's ego.
Well,
as it should be.
As it should be. Kim's ass is certainly probably the biggest thing in the room, though.
Oh shit! Oh man, that thing is bonkers.
Yeah, well, I mean, she even does photo shoots naked. That probably bothered me. I guess I don't know. I don't know what would bother me because kind of. As long as your relationship is stable, I guess it don't really matter, but
ain't too stable if she's going over to Philly to, give Meek Millie a little fucking Dougie.
Dougie. I don't even know. Is that like completely true?
I have no idea. I certainly don't think it's a Dougie.
I would imagine you don't take a plane ride for that unless maybe you're Robert Kraft.
I tell you, man, you're pretty funny. You're pretty funny. I guess this business episode of Build the Empire on Kanye West became a little comedic.
Sometimes you just hit record and you let life take you.
Yeah, man. I mean, I had a rough start, and it's been one hell of a day.
Yeah, man, it's been a long week for me as well, but we're out here.
Quit your bitching, all right? Fucking get up there and do what you got to do.
Thanks for the motivation, there, kid.
Got you. I got you. I got you. Anyone listening, I got you too.
Oh man, remind me to never fucking ask you to motivate anybody.
Yeah, fuck you. I motivate thousands of people. You should have seen the message I got today. It was so nice.
Yeah, what was it?
It was Dinesh. Dinesh, he messaged me. Shout out Dinesh. It was like, I've been following you 2.5 years. I've been seeing you do your thing consistently. You're the reason why I'm motivated every day, and I thank you. And I'm like, yo, man, I'm just living. Thank you.
It's interesting how it caters to exactly what was said, but I believe you.
I'll send you the screenshot.
Yeah, Dinesh sounds like a real guy. I believe you.
Yeah, yeah. Other than that, I'm sure we're done with time. But you not believing me is frustrating me. So I'll deal with that off air.
Until next time.
Huh?